What's up, guys? Desert Bee here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 2 with the Zelda Notes app. So we're here at Tarrey Town. Zelda does have a handful of notes here, and I'm curious to see what she has to say. So these notes are between the end game stuff of Breath of the Wild and before the Tears of the Kingdom stuff happened. So the town would have been built, maybe Hudson construction. Well, yeah, I'm thinking Hudson construction probably was a thing established already because she's mentioned in previous notes already that Hudson construction has these little build sites and whatever. So we should be running into one here just any moment. Here it is.
Tarrey Town, a village that brought all the peoples of Hyrule together. Hudson is the driving force behind its founding, though they say Link played a role as well. This place, where Hylians, Rito, Goron, Zora, and Gerudo all live together in peace, is a model of the world I hope to see in the future.
She said they say Link played a part. Apparently Link really just doesn't talk to her. Otherwise, why wouldn't she know? We supplied that man with all those supplies and whatever that he needed. Okay, so she's got a few more here. They seem to be around Hudson's home.
Hudson Construction. It seems Hudson is rarely in the shop, as he is busy recruiting workers for the restoration efforts. I hear he is expecting a child soon, and though he is a reserved man, I can see his quiet excitement.
Holy smokes. So Madison wasn't even born yet. Whoa. So some significant time passed since the last time Zelda was here. There's two more over here. Oh, I saw that and was like, what in the world? We need to take a look at that. Oh my gosh, I have Ganondorf over here too. That's hilarious. Look at that, King Gleeok. Just chilling, balanced on his tail, and there's Ganondorf himself. That's fun. Stone Talus, other various creatures, and the frocks. That's funny. Okay, where does she want me to go? Oh, maybe here?
This track facilitates transit from the village to the work area. It is not a complex creation, relying on the height difference to send the rope and pulley down the rails. However, it is only one way, so a person would have to walk back along the perimeter to reach the village. I wonder if Sheikah technology could improve this.
Interesting. So this was less complicated before, obviously before they had Zonai materials. And let's see, she's got one more. I'm trying to figure out this way, it seems.
They say Hudson Construction adopted the name policy from its predecessor, Bolson Construction. All employees must have a name that ends in son. There is technically one exception, though. A man named Haggy supposedly introduced himself as Haggy's son in his interview, which Hudson mistook for Haggy's son.
That's this guy, or is it this guy's son? I'm trying to remember. Did this guy have a son? Is this the guy that wanted you to kill the guardians that were down here before? And then she's got one over here, so let's take the cart. It sounds like before this was some kind of almost like a zip line, but she did say it was a pulley and cart. So Definitely not Zonai. Now, did any of this exist when Zelda was here?
Apparently, when the water levels in Torin wetland receded and solid ground emerged, Hudson Construction decided to build a workspace here. That workspace has come to be the main site for producing the building materials used in our restoration efforts. I'm excited to see how this place flourishes.
Oh, the water receded naturally. Interesting. I need to come back here and look at this area in Breath of the Wild. I guess it was a wetland. Yeah, I guess it was, now that I'm thinking about it. And it is completely dry. So it created an extension to Tarrey Town, I guess. So let's see. There's, yeah, one more this way. There's a bunch of like crashed Zonai devices. Oh, is this a cave? Oh, it is construction site cave. Oh. This is interesting. This is like the old Zonai architecture. But not real sure how to get in there. There must be another entrance. So where's that memory? Oh, here's a Korok. So technically I could be using the Korok, the voice notes app to find these Koroks too. That memory is right around these ruins somewhere. Oh, there's still some water here. All right, Zelda, where?
Torin wetland was once littered with the broken remains of countless guardians, though there are no longer any traces of them. I imagine the wetlands reduced the guardians' mobility, making it impossible for them to avoid each other's attacks. No doubt Akkala owes thanks to the quick thinking of soldiers from the citadel for this. If the guardians hadn't been so hindered, the Akkala region would have suffered more damage.
Interesting. So she thinks that the no longer any traces of them. I imagine the wetlands. The wetlands reduce the guardians' mobility, making it impossible to avoid each other's attacks. Akkala owes thanks to the quick thinking of soldiers from the citadel for this. It almost sounds like she's implying that the soldiers flooded this wetland. Interesting. Well, actually, let's look at the map. I think that's all of the voice notes around Tarrey Town. Oh no, why are they not? They're not marked off. Sometimes this app is a little bit finicky. I will say that. I wonder too if there's maybe an update that I need to do. Let me go over here. Sometimes if you, I don't know, somehow make it connect over in this window. Hudson Construction Workshop. Successor Son. So these are all the ones that we just did. Okay, now they're all marked off. I don't know, it's like they have to sync with each other. But while we're here, there's 3 more up in this region, up to the north, and then there's these over here, kind of to the west. So let's just see if we can clear all of these out. So looks like we're going to the ancient Akkala Tech Lab or whatever it's called. So let's head off in that direction and see what Zelda has to say about that place. Surely, I'm trying to think. Well, she was such good friends with Pura and Impa. She definitely probably had interactions with Robbie too, because he was one of the researchers, you know? So I imagine she probably worked semi-closely with him as well. So let's see. We need to go north. Maybe we could hit the tower. Man, I wish I had a easy way to call my horse. Well, actually, there's a voice note right here. And then I could grab the horse, at least for a little while. Let's see, so that'll be up this road. Oh, I never did find the other cave entrance for that cave. I guess I'll find that later, maybe on a next pass. I feel like I'm just so interested in these voice notes. I want to do those rather than necessarily checking off every item in each region before moving on. Curiosity has got the best of me. I don't really know how the soldiers could be thanked for the whole flooding, unless the soldiers just, for that last memory she was talking about, unless the soldiers just sort of maybe they led them to the wetland or something, knowing that they would be slower there. That could be possible. South Akkala Stable. Now there is a voice note here. Should be practically on it. Maybe it's in the stable.
South Akkala Stable. Many, many guardians swept through this area, and though the building was destroyed, the workers were all able to get to safety. No doubt that is thanks to the soldiers of Akkala Citadel buying them time. But now the Stable Association has rebuilt the stable, and you can hardly see any traces of the past destruction.
Wow. Change equipment? No. Remember Gruz? Oh my goodness, Gruz has been with us for so long. Through the whole playthrough of Breath of the Wild and this one. Oh, you know what? If we're gonna go this way, there's another voice note actually to the south. Well, hold on. That's possibly up here. Well, I'm deciding, should I go back this way and get it? I guess. Anyways, so let me think. I'm trying to place all this in a timeline in my head. So she said that this stable was destroyed. So that would have been while she was stuck in there holding back Calamity Ganon. And then they rebuilt it. So we never got to see it destroyed because Link would have been asleep in the Shrine of Resurrection. So I'm not sure how Zelda knows that it was destroyed. Maybe the people told her. Should be one like, oh, it's right here.
We thought Akkala Citadel impregnable, but the battle here proved it was anything but. We must carry the lessons learned from this battle forward with us. I vow to honor the sacrifices of those who died here. I will work tirelessly to restore Hyrule and to create a peaceful future for its people.
So the memorials for the Akkala Citadel, where apparently there was a bloodbath. Okay, so the next one's pretty far to the north, and I wonder if that's Shadow Pass. I was thinking maybe it's here, but it's much closer. That seems like it's maybe more like a Death Mountain. I'm just looking at the map and trying to see where that would be. I think that's more... So let's see. Tarrytown. Yeah, that seems more to me like a Death Mountain memory. So I think we need to go toward this one.
Guidance activating. Proceed far northeast.
Far northeast. So we have a little bit of a drive. Wow, why did I never upgrade Groos's stats? What horse was I using mainly in this playthrough? I swear I had a horse. Oh, maybe it was Hylia. I swear I upgraded one of my horse's stats. Upgrading the horse's stats is such a major pain.
Proceed some distance northeast.
Northeast. If she only wanted one meal per, you know, like she usually wants 3 types of the same meal. Please from proceed. What I remember, I think. That's just excessive. Where is it at? Where is it at?
Proceed.
Oh, it's just still saying proceed. We're still a ways off. I wonder if I should... Nope, never mind. I was going to say I could cut across, but that's a bit of a canyon.
Proceed northeast.
So I was checking out some of the voice notes from Breath of the Wild, and sometimes the voice notes between the two games reference the same place. They don't seem to be contradictory of each other, I don't think. Hey, here's a Addison. I mean, might as well, right? Mark another one off. So what do we have? We've got something like that. Feels like it's been a long time since I've built one of these. So if I were to... Oh, God. Depth perception hasn't changed in the Switch 2 version. So if I were to slide that in there... Oh, he doesn't have any supporting legs on that thing. So was it gonna fall forward or is it gonna fall to one side? I don't know. So what if we give it a little bit of a base? Oh, man. I know. You can just use hover stones, but that takes the fun out of it. That's like a just get it over with move, and I'm trying to solve the puzzle. Not perfect, but it worked. Perfect. He loves it. 20 rupees. Rice balls, as usual. All right, let's see the handiwork. It's not terrible. Not terrible. Not the best. Is this... Oh, no, I thought she was carrying sand seals. Thought it was Junie. Okay, where is this memory? Oh, God. Oh, you know what? It's the spring. It's definitely in the spring. So I think let's leave Groose.
Though the Spring of Power remains, it has been neglected and fallen into ruin. I imagine many see power as a symbol of the Demon King and thus avoid the spring. But there is a misunderstanding there. Power itself is neither inherently evil nor good. It is the individual wielding that power that defines it.
Ah, wise words, Zelda. That's interesting because I do feel as though there's been a lot of... I don't know. There's been, I think, some other voice notes that I've heard, or maybe just other discussions from other people that I've heard, talking about how the people of Hyrule see the goddess of power as a symbol of evil because of the association that Ganondorf, you know, has with power and the calamity and all that. And while that's probably true that the people of Hyrule do feel that way, Zelda sees that it isn't power that's evil, it's the people that wield it. So the next one's at the stable. And then we're off to the Akkala Ancient Tech Lab.
Apparently, East Akkala Stable got its start when the Stable Association used scrap wood left over from other stables to construct a shelter for people whose homes had burned down. The kitchen prepared steamed buns for the people then, and the recipe has since become a signature meal here.
Oh, you know what? I remember the guy here. And that's not a steamed bun, but I was looking to see if that was the recipe on the wall here. But remember in Breath of the Wild, there was a guy here that would give you a steamed bun that you never actually got to see. And like the screen would go dark and Link would eat it. And I honestly don't remember what happened. Did you get like stamina refill or something? But that guy, I don't think he's here anymore. Sadly. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to fight the Yiga here. It's sad that the Yiga have taken over so many places that were important in Breath of the Wild. Hate to see it. Did this place always look so decrepit?
The Akkala Ancient Tech Lab was originally a lighthouse Guardians destroyed. Apparently, Purah and Robbie later converted it into a lab. They claim its proximity to ruins is why they chose this place. But I think the real reason they settled here was to discourage visitors. Their research was dangerous after all.
Fair. I guess I can't remember if it always looked like this. But knowing that, this is probably the old lighthouse. I guess I never really stopped to think what this was before. But that's really cool. Looks like some kind of a big crystal in there. Makes total sense. Interesting. So, that... Is there? Oh. Seemed like there was one missing down there. I swear she had one. Oh, well. She doesn't have anything about the skull. Where is the great skeleton? Yeah, I think that's what this is. I think this is at the great skeleton. But... And then all of the rest are Death Mountain memories. So, I guess we could hit that one and then make our way this way because that is what the memories look like. So I conveniently have a fast travel right there. Should we do it? Yeah, let's do it. The load screens now on this are so fast. I mean, look at that. Barely even had time to acknowledge it. Okay, Zelda, what do you have to say about the great skeletons? I'm very curious about this, since we get absolutely no info about them in-game. Where's it at? Ooh, let me see if I have an item. All of these ones look like they're in pretty pristine condition. I mean, the ones that I care about. How about bows? I don't even have a 3-shot bow to give him. Well, that's annoying. All right, let's see. What if I give him... That has long throw. What if I throw this at him? Oh. No. All right, hold on. We have a minor inconvenience. God, the Yiga. Where is he? Ah! So annoying. Now my spear! We can't break it. Okay, well, now we can heal it. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna drop because I'm afraid that if I throw it, I'm gonna... Oh, I was like, where'd it go? No, Toolin! Oh! I forgot that Toolin does that, dude. Dang it, Toolin. All right. I'll just fuse something to it and fix it. I wanted to see if I could get something better than long throw, but... No thanks to Toolin.
The Eldin Great Skeleton. Geological surveys of Hyrule have largely been at a standstill, but they could be incredibly valuable. Through careful study, we could identify extinction events and their causes. We could see evidence of environmental changes or disasters, and possibly prevent them from happening again. And this all ties back to fossils. We simply must put more effort into their study.
Oh, so she's essentially saying she doesn't know. She's got no idea. Let's see. We're gonna head here next. Let's turn that off. And I don't know where that is, but it's essentially somewhere to the south. Let's put a random marker. So she really gives no information about them. Just that learning more about what killed them could help them to prevent those disasters from happening in the future. Which, who knows if that would be true or not. Seems a little hard to prevent a natural disaster. Okay, well, let's, there's really not an easier way. I guess we're just gonna trek our way up this mountain. Nothing Groose can do to save us now. These are the moments when I think to myself, I really wish I still had Rivali's Gale. Oh, I got him! Or like a Falling Sky Island, or anything, but there's just nothing. But I do have upgraded climbing gear. So let's think about this. When Zelda was last here before Breath of the Wild's events, she definitely wouldn't have been able to enter Goron's city without some kind of like a potion or something. So It honestly depends. I guess we'll find out, but it depends. Oh, here we go. If Zelda... Hold on. Let's feed this to one of these little guys. Oh, he's gonna fling it far, though. I am going to murder you. Oh. I think it worked. Yeah, attack up. Look at that. I don't remember what it was before, but now it's a 78. What else is in the inventory? Most everything is pristine already. Ow. Ugh. Grab it, Link. This just like never goes as smoothly as I want it to. Okay, pick that up. There's a fish. Where are you? Actually, honestly, okay. I was gonna say, actually, Tulin's method kind of worked really nice because he killed the thing before it flung my item out into Timbuktu. Anyways, what I was saying was, I'm curious to find out if Zelda, when she came here after the events of Breath of the Wild, if Death Mountain already had stopped being active, or if the mountain stopped being active as a result of the upheaval. That we don't really know. I mean, I know it is full of gloom. It's like spewing gloom at the moment. But did the gloom just move in, essentially, and the volcano was already not active? So I guess we'll find out if we ever get up this mountain. Oh, I thought I heard a Sky Island falling, but I think it might have actually just been my air conditioner turning on. So let's see. Ow! Trying to get up high enough so that I can glide. And which way am I trying to go? I think I need to go pretty much directly whatever direction I'm facing right now. So let me climb this. Yeah, there's really nowhere but inside the volcano that Link can't go without protective gear now, which is pretty cool. So I am facing just a little off. Whoops. Oh, we're going that way. Perfect. It just looks so different. Oh, we're going right for Unoboko headquarters? So maybe Zelda knew about Unoboko. I'm trying to think about the story of Unobo. Gosh, I feel like you got to do research for this. Okay, let's listen to the memory.
The sudden changes on Death Mountain left many Gorons feeling uneasy, but I hear young Yunobo goes to the mountain every day to mine ore from the exposed rock face. It seems his efforts are motivating his fellow Gorons, shaking them out of their worry and giving them purpose. Certainly the future of Goron City is brighter, thanks to Yunobo.
Yeah, for a while at least. That's funny. Okay, so the mountain just decided to become inactive. And then Yunobo started going to the mountain to mine. And then that later established Yunobo-ko, which Zelda didn't know about. And I wish there was a fan. Here we go. And so that's how that happened. So the mountain becoming inactive had nothing to do with the upheaval. So the next ones appear to all be in Goron City. Well, most of them. Let's see. In no particular order. Looks like one is right in here.
This is the large sword that Daruk carried with him. He always held it as though it was light as a feather, but I believe it is actually a boulder breaker he had custom made to be twice as heavy as normal. Not only that, but when he became a champion, he increased its weight even more. There is a certain symbolism in this. Daruk was bold and friendly, but he carried an incredible weight without concern or complaint.
Well, that's interesting to know. I don't even remember what the weapon was that he carried now. Was it just called Boulder Breaker? Anyways, that guy would build it, I think, if I had the materials, which I obviously don't. Okay. Next is like right here.
This restaurant specializes in grilling various foods, though it seems they are planning on leaving this location to a skilled chef and opening a new shop along the road. Since they were moving on, they were kind enough to give me a seared steak as a gift.
Oh. I was trying to compare the picture that was showing on the top of that memory to right here. But I think that location is gone. Wasn't there like a big hot, like a skillet looking thing? I don't really know what to call it right here before. And now there's a little gem shop. Something like this. Oh, there's, Boulder Breaker, that's all it says. But custom made, she said. Probably this is one similar to what Daruk used. It's so weird finding these sometimes. 'Cause it feels like I'm there. What the heck? Maybe it's in here? I cannot find it. Oh, maybe it's... I have no idea. Well, that's where you activate the voice guidance. Oh, I turned the voice off.
Proceed south and upward.
Up?
Proceed upward.
Oh, it's on the bridge. Oh. I can never remember
Proceed
exactly how to
northwest
get
and
to that
upward.
bridge.
Proceed north and upward. Proceed a short distance north.
Short distance north? But I need to get up there, I'm pretty sure.
Proceed a short distance north.
A short distance north.
Proceed a short distance northwest.
Oh, Daruk. Link told me of when your spirit was released. I am so sorry that you worried after me all the way to the end, and I cannot thank you enough for keeping the promise you made 100 years ago. I will make you proud, my friend. I will bring peace to this land. Please, watch over me.
Aww. Her friend. I think they probably were friends. They kind of seemed like they were, I don't know, not close, but I guess, I don't know. He seemed sort of protective, you know, in the Breath of the Wild memories. I see a Korok over there and I want it. Right on the tip of his finger. Crawling around on a monument like this feels like it should be against some kind of a rule. So when Zelda was here, this wouldn't have existed. So I wonder if the other little Gorons next to him existed. And they added Daruk, or if the whole thing didn't exist. Okay, where are the next ones? Somewhere over here. I maybe should have stayed on the bridge. But there's also one I think that's still down in town. And then one more to the south that is possibly... what do they call that? The Southern Mine? I just had to go after that Korok, I guess, huh? Are we close? Maybe it's down. Let me just turn on the navigation.
Guidance
instead of guessing.
activating. Proceed northeast and downward.
Yeah, north and down, north and down.
Proceed
Oh, maybe
downward.
it's this.
Proceed a short distance southeast.
I was surprised when I first saw Yunobo. The young Goron is built just like his grandfather, and I nearly shouted Daruk in excitement. Of course, he doesn't have the same bold spirit Daruk had, but he is an honest boy with a truly kind heart.
So her first meeting with Yunobo. That's cute, I think. Or did it say? Maybe it wasn't her first meeting with him. Oh, and then the entrance to the city.
When I was preparing to come here to Goron City, I bought lots of fireproof elixirs to counter the extreme heat. It's a relief to see those are no longer needed. One thing that hasn't changed, though, is the Goron's love of eating rocks. Seeing it now, I am reminded of when Daruk gave Link a rock to eat. And he did.
Her little chuckle is so cute. I don't think that was actually in Breath of the Wild. That was in Age of Calamity, wasn't it? So, unless it's referenced somewhere. Although, that might be referenced in Daruk's journal in this game. So maybe it... I don't remember. But I know that's definitely an Age of Calamity. Which is just interesting. I'd have to look around in the journals and stuff. Where am I going the right way? No. But if it wasn't mentioned anywhere in the journals in Breath of the Wild, then that means that they're referencing something in Age of Calamity. And I know that everybody's, you know, a little upset that that game wasn't technically canon. But if they're mentioning it in this game, then at least parts of it are. Think I need to go up this way. So Link does talk to Zelda. She said in that 2 memories back, I think, that Link told me of when he freed Daruk's spirit. But it seems like maybe he's just not a big bragger. Maybe he doesn't talk about like, oh yeah, I helped build Tarrey Town or any of that stuff. Which does kind of sound like a Link move, actually. Quiet and reserved soldier. What is all the ruckus back there? You know, it's really a shame that there are so many of these Sky Island thingies, and it seems like they should be perfectly placed so that you can ascend up them and make climbing up mountains easier, but I find that the majority of them are placed on the sides of the mountain where you cannot use ascend. Where are we going, Zelda? Oh, the hot spring.
The Gorons looked so comfortable as they lounged in these hot springs. As for me, the heat was too much and I only put my feet in. Poor Link even caught a scolding from the Gorons when he tried to add a little water to cool it down. Apparently this temperature is merely tepid to them already.
Ooh. Poor Link getting a scolding, trying to make the water more comfortable for Zelda. How cute is that? Oh, here comes Denral. This is such a cool shot. It'll take forever for him to get there, but if you're ever doing the stable picture quests, one of the stables wants a picture of the statue of Daruk, and if you wait until Denral gets behind the statue, it does make for a really nice photo. Eventually, he does kind of snake his way this way. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's that one. So, let me turn that off. So that's all of the ones in the Goron City area, except for this one that I looked at earlier and then
activating.
Never actually went
Proceed
to.
east.
Proceed east, okay. I don't know what landmark is over here.
Proceed east and to the surface.
And to the surface. Oh, that's funny. I guess it would know where you are. Proceed east.
Please
so I'm just gonna
proceed.
go this way. Oh. Where are we headed? I wonder if she actually maybe did go to the summit now that the mountain's cooled.
Please proceed.
She didn't really have anything like too crazy about Daruk to say, just mostly that she'll make him proud. And one little
Please
mention
proceed.
of Yunobo.
Proceed southeast and to the surface. Proceed south and to the surface.
South and to the surface.
Proceed
It was not long ago that lava was frequently and fiercely erupting from Death Mountain. These days, the mountain seems to have quieted, though. I've heard stories that ancient Gorons built dwellings far down in the depths of the mountain. I wonder if this is similar to how the mountain looked back then.
Oh, she's talking about Gorondia. So there's old legends about Gorondia, obviously, which we hear in this game, but they never mentioned them in Breath of the Wild. But she's aware of them. Interesting, interesting. So that's all the voice memories. At least like on the Death Mountain area, there's a couple more kind of out more toward the entrance where the stables and stuff are. But we can probably catch those in another episode. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. I'm Brittany with DesertBeeGames. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like or subscribe if you're new here for more gameplay videos just like this one. If you'd like to see your name at the end of every video, please consider joining channel memberships right here on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube every Saturday, so stop by sometime and say hi. Can't wait to see you there.